lives, now into our 50s. My name's Sister Polly Amarosa of Blessed Merciful Buenos Aires, and I'm from an order of LGBTIQA nuns. It's part of a wider global organisation called the Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence. You've heard of us? Lovely. Where did I meet you? That's for another time. But yes, we're an order of queer nuns that originally started in San Francisco in the late 1970s. At first it was mainly cisgender gay men fighting for rights on homelessness and on campaigns for nuclear disarmament, and really asserting themselves as gay men with the right to be gay men, in kind of very strong, clear defiance of religious organisations and political organisations that were discriminating against them. However, then in the early 80s, when AIDS came along, the sisters realised they needed to step up their activism around visibility for gay people and visibility for people with HIV and AIDS. And a massive part of that campaign has always been around transgender rights, the rights of people to be themselves, to be able to live and love and have access to services, and to homes and to safety. Speaking for myself, I suppose I should say we are the Transpennine Travelling Sisters. I am Sister Polly. I am 50 years old. I'm a trans man. I knew I was trans at the age of 4 when I first went to school, and we were told, you know, girls go outside and push a pram, boys go and play in the sandpit. So I raced to the sandpit to be the first one there, because I was always a bit of an eager beaver, and a whole big kind of conversation erupted as the school teachers were very, very worried that they didn't understand why what they saw as a little girl was so insistent that he was in the right place to play in the sandpit. So I work in schools and colleges. I often tell that story when students ask me, when did you know you were trans? Have you always felt you were a boy? I say, yes, my earliest memory of it was that first day at school. So we live our lives, and something I'm aware of, I have a novel sister letters play. I'll pass on. I'll start rambling on and pass on to Novice Sister. But I think what I'd say is, I hope you don't mind saying, but Novice Sister is also in her 50s, as Maria's in her 50s. And I think there's something to be said for many of us who are transgender. As younger people, we're not able to come out and tell our stories and talk about our lives. And I have to say that as an older trans person, I'm suddenly turning around in middle age and realising the devastation of not being able to be open about my gender. I've recalled countless occasions, as Marie had, where I have gone superbly well qualified, overqualified in fact, 2 jobs, and been treated in a very derisory, condescending, patronising manner, as if I'm a funny, curious little object in front of them, not taken seriously. And I can't tell you the number of jobs where I've been the second candidate that nearly got the job, but I'm told, I'm sorry, we had a lot of debate around you, because you know you're very, very interesting, you're very well qualified, and yes, absolutely, we were confident you could do the job, but we just felt there just was a feeling that maybe you wouldn't fit, or we just felt you weren't quite right. On 2 occasions I was told directly, you felt too much of a risk for us. And when I questioned what this risk was, they could never articulate. I know what that risk was. They were scared of me because I'm transgender. And I think it's all those subtle microaggressions, institutionalised aggressions, exclusions, that have an effect. So I'm now at the age of 50. I don't have a pension I know I can rely on. I don't have a permanent job I know I can rely on. I'm getting older, my health's getting worse. And I think we need to have dialogues around this, around trans lives. And when you have a government that plays political football with us because they want a beef with Scotland about independence, because they know their ratings are low in the polls, so who can we drag in to really attack and really galvanise people into pen debate? Oh, let's get the trans lot out again, let's promote the trans people, it's exhausting. I'll be honest with you, this morning I was like, oh fucking hell, I'm fucking exhausted. I've said I'm going to do my Sister Polly thing, I've said I'm going to come on the trans show, I'd really like to call it off and go to sleep. But I didn't, because I thought, you know what will happen? What will happen if we don't come out, if we don't organise and create and activate? Who will do it for us? not many people. So we're stuck the whole time with the exhaustion of being trans. And it's not just us, other communities are attacked, and I think it's really important to recognise that the struggle for trans rights is about the struggle for everyone's rights, the struggle for everyone group who's oppressed. It's an intersectional struggle. So I'm not going to carry on too much. What I just want to say is very quickly, what we are doing as sisters today, because our job is to bring a little bit of joy as well as make clear political points. We just thought what's brilliant about Scotland, apart from the fact that they're way ahead of the British and various other governments on trans rights, well, it's their cooking, it's their cuisine. We've got birds night coming up soon. So what we've got here is we've made some 6 different postcard designs. There are the best of Scottish cuisine on them, and we've made them a postcard that you can send to your MP, asking them to honour Scotland's decision on trans rights, and we're asking you to lobby your MP. It's really important to lobby your MP, whichever party they are, to keep them fighting for trans rights and to keep them holding this government to account on their attacks on trans people. So we have here Scotch pancakes, don't be a tosser. We have Scottish trifle, don't trifle with trans rights, don't trifle with trans lives. We have haggis, haggis not hatred. We have Scotch broth, make broth, not bigotry. Defend the Scottish bill or we're all in the soup. Got so many of them. We have Scotch bun, which is bigots, keep your dukes off my lovely bums. Oh, and finally, everyone's favourite, porridge, stir porridge, not prejudice.